Hey, Mrparka here to review Shock, My Abstraction of Death, which is an Italian horror film from Elite Pictures. And I had this sitting around for quite some time, and it is two stories told about, I think they're about 40 minutes apiece, back to back. The first story I actually enjoyed a little bit more, and that's what the still's from. And it involves kind of a guy who's down on his luck, you know, he kind of just is breaking up with his girlfriend, and his friend's trying to console him and things like that. And the film, you know, there's something, this guy has some problems is what they hint at, and that's pretty much where they leave it. The other friend goes home and he misses a phone call, and that's come to find out that his friend is in the hospital, that his family, his mom and dad had been brutally murdered, and he is pretty much shocked. He's shell-shocked. He can't do anything. He can't function at all, and all he has is his friend. So his friend takes him in, and you realize that there might be a lot more going on, more than meets the eye with the shell-shocked man. And he starts to see these weird, this weird woman who is dead and gross and things like that. And the way they bring her in and sneak her in, and it's very creepy, and it seems that he is trying to do violence onto himself. Eventually he snaps out of it and he starts to function a little bit better, but of course with all these, you know, shorts and things like that, there's a curving point in the story, and I enjoyed the curving point. I thought it was pretty cool. I don't want to give too much away. There's some creepy imagery in this one, and I would recommend the first story for sure. It's a very creepy, kind of scary thing, and it's done well. And you know, it could be done very, you know, cheap and non-entertain, like non-creepy, but they do a good job, and I enjoy the story. And there's something about finding the tables being turned really quick that is a very scary idea. It causes panic-inducing idea, and I enjoyed the first story. The second story involves a woman who is going through what appears to, they say, an abortion, but I think they mean more of a miscarriage, because she's very depressed, and her mom mentioned something like that. Their home had been destroyed, so they move into this weird little house, and her husband's a doctor, and she's left alone a lot, staring at the wall. It kind of, in the very beginning, reminded me of that old classic story about the lady who's sick in bed, who stares at the wall and creates this whole story on. I don't remember the name of the story, but it's very old, you know, it's like a classic piece of literature. And it reminded me of that at first. I thought we were going to get something like that, but come to find out, the house has a very haunted, has a very jagged past, multiple suicides and things like that, and the doctor brings in a colleague and they go into it more, and without giving too much away, there is a twist in this one as well, kind of an open-ended twist where I think you have to interpret more than more than the last one. It's not pushed in your face. It's a little kind of confusing at points at the very ending, but you can kind of assume what happens in there. I think this one's okay. I don't think it's nearly as good as the other one. I think it might come across as kind of, you know, besides the twist, I guess, it's kind of just your typical, okay, we get this woman left in a house gone mad, no one believes her, don't be afraid of the dark. The 70s TV movie is like that, and multiple movies are like that. Even though the first one is kind of a familiar storyline, I think there's enough different things in there, and the twist is brought out a little bit better, I think, executed better than the second one. There's a making of on here, which is all in Italian. The movie is Italian, there's subtitles. I would really give a thumbs up to the first one. I enjoyed it quite a bit, kind of creepy. The second one I thought was okay, nothing horrible, nothing great, just kind of run-of-the-mill stuff here. But all in all, it's kind of nice to see Italy doing some cool things still. Like I said, I'm a big fan of it, Euro cinema, especially Italy's old, you know, 70s and 80s nasty stuff, and even the later stuff like Cemetery Man, which is late 80s, early 90s Soviet stuff. But yeah, Shock, My Abstraction of Death is worth checking out. It's kind of a cool movie with you know, some style, and there's a little bit of blood in here and there, and the old dead lady thing from the first one, actually terrifying, to be honest. But I'm Mrparka. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.
Confesso che la scelta di affittare una casa come questa mi ha sorpreso molto.
Non è un posto meraviglioso?
Il problema è che con lei non ci sai parlare. Litigate per qualsiasi stronzata.
Ti amo, a dopo.
Pronto, salve, chiamo dall'ospedale San Giovanni. L'hanno portato qui dopo che a casa sua è avvenuta una rapina. Lui è sopravvissuto, i genitori.
Intorno alla testata del letto è come se fosse graffiata.
Io sono qui. Non vado da nessuna parte.
Per tutti è cominciato proprio così.
Non mi dirà che anche lei crede a queste storie?
Come lei ben sa, la scienza non sa spiegare tutto.
Max, mio Dio, cosa hai combinato?
Non chiamare nessuno. Lei